5 times. To be honest, he's dismantled me. His safety's obviously improved, and then I think it's fair to say his scoring power is a little bit better than mine.
But for his opponent, it's all brand new. But what an opportunity for him. He's played so well to get here, Wu Yize, not least. But Judd Trump's long potting this season looks to be back to something near its...
Both players very open and attack. Wu didn't quite reach the bulk match. Obviously so much more experience of these, not just conditions, but the pressure involved in semi-finals.
The week.
Table got recovered yesterday after the quarter-final, so might be a slight adjustment in the pace during the week. Ronnie O'Sullivan struggled a little piece. They were able to go with the flow more.
40.
Has less effect on them. And so far it's looked like a dream start.
46.
Long red to get in and every chance of winning.
I think where, but having now ended that drought with his victory at the English Open, his second in that event, I think the old believer on a winning roll. Things like fatigue, which could have been a factor given the jet lag coming over here to China with such a short turnaround thing.
The amount of centuries had, we're only just mid-October, pushing up to 30 centuries for plenty of players. And I said we're only in October.
Well, that red was frame ball barring snookers, but Wu Yize isn't going to get the opportunity.
T5.
Five in this tournament. What a start. Often.
Tournament. The 144 is not too shabby. It's settled for that.
Five. Trump winning it on the colours after he was able to snooker Wu Yize, who left the red up. Of the occasion for Wu, his first ever ranking semi-final appearance, playing the in-form player in Judd Trump, fresh from a title last week. He has to make his mark early. That's not the best from Trump, so it was obviously potable, but it's not the of in.
Yeah, the fact that it was 2-0 down exactly added to it. Those chances will be hard to come by. Or half chance.
That's on 5.
Yeah, have to say, quite a poor safety shot from Judd there. Got a lot to.
He's not going to lack for support today. Oh, hang on. Oh, just for a moment. Very.
At this level,
.22.
He had that remarkable match on debut at the Crucible at the end of last season when, yes, he lost heavily to nearing form. 2-1-4-5s, 4 centuries in all, and several other frame-winning breaks. Wu Yize, the front hall.
yeah, and sure enough, it's too thick.
Wu Yize, 37.
Should, of course, be very aware of the potential significance of this for C. You wouldn't say Wu was played terrible.
Those mistakes are magnified because your opponent is by definition playing well, having got this far this week. He didn't necessarily play his very best snooker yesterday against Tom Ford. He didn't have to, but what he did prior to that, he saw whom he beat 5-2. Matt Selt was beaten by whitewash, so it's been
23.
surprisingly.
.30.
That new cloth makes the red close to the black cushion that little bit easier today. You feel even he's not 100% accurate.
Been playing it initially, didn't fancy it, and is now
53.
final red.
And the fact that he just needed.
And in it goes. No heroics from Trump, just make sure of the red. And with the black going in, it's surely going to be 3-0. So at the moment, Wu Yize is getting chances, boring heavily enough from them. And Judd Trump
70.
is capitalising, pouncing on his opponent's mistakes.
73.
Still playing within himself. He was a winning machine for 2 seasons, Judd Trump. A quite extraordinary 6 ranking titles in a single season, which of course is a record in the next season. And he's back to winning ways after his English Open triumph last week. He wants to make it an understandably upbeat Ali Carter after his victory earlier over Liu Haoshan. Another big final for him, his 12th ranking event final appearance. The previous one before the interval, but just when he thought he got himself back in the frame, Trump came up with a cross double on the final red. And that won him not only that 4th frame, but as
A little bit careless with his telling safety here. It's just a small thing. But the shot that Wu had to put the white exactly where it is.
Trying to pot his way out of trouble. He didn't get remotely close to that one.
Went in.
But a surprise miss from Trump. There have been precious few of those. Now, what can he make of this chance? But
You'd only be human to have thought about the possibility. There's not much of a difference, but I know from experience, even losing. It is a nice opportunity for
17.
normally.
strong Wu Yize to deliver with a chance like this, given that he's 4-0 down in a race to 6. Then that just gives him a very timely boost.
Style actually reminds me when I played him actually of Dominic Dale. It's kind of manner and pace around the table. Not sure if he's as good a singer as Dominic is, but if he wins this tournament.
41.
And there's plenty of reds. Good pot, but again.
The match against Aaron Hill yesterday, which was a superb break under extreme pressure. Different kind of pressure here. At the moment, his chances.
63.
Still 67 on the table, barring Snooker's frame ball. And it came from a surprising miss from Judd Trump. But it is just the one Snooker, so a break of 68 from Wu Yize.
One. Nine.
Every chance when Wu come back to the table, he will be snookered. Sure. Wasn't a very easy ready miss, but he certainly missed it by a good bit. Perfect.
The time until 4.
And he'll feel a whole lot better for seeing that ball disappear. Who want to see a contest in this semi-final. Judd Trump and Wu was able to take advantage. Break of 68.
8.
Wu Yize is on the board in our second. Get back into this match, but you've got to start somewhere, and that was a good start. Judd Trump having surprisingly missed a red into the right corner pocket. what you don't want to do, having finally got yourself. It wasn't easy though, and Trump's overcut it, so that'll be a relief to Wu.
Yeah, not the most difficult of long pots. Forward and down, of course, very little margin for error. As I said before.
That's only the 5th frame, including, of course, the 6th frame winning burst to the English Open against Zhang Anda from 7-3 down. High up Mark Williams this weekend on 25. Williams opting not to play in this event, English Open as well, and had a decent run, even though he said he was running on fumes towards the end, so perhaps not surprising that Williams opted to take a break, including the International Championship here in China next month. Second leg of the home nations in Northern Ireland a week tomorrow.
16.
Might be tempted. That was a nice shot there. Left himself at a nice angle that in potting it, he was able to stir a little.
Straight back in the group, battled his way to victory that week at Alexandra Palace, defeating Mark Williams in the title match. And lost in the first round of the World Championship to Anthony McGill. But this season, rather than getting too embroiled in the scrappier matches, sometimes, of course, that's unavoidable. Frames can go awkward.
The previous ready pot, he's played a lovely little shot, just glanced off the pack, but that just... to be solved, then working his white ball around the table.
55.
And ideally, as he's potting, makes it so much easier. Doesn't have to play a big split. We are relying on a little bit of luck.
Started with a century. And in goes the red. Wu Yize took on a long red.
Again, another small little detail, even in potting. If anything, the white ran close to the side cushion, so if he hadn't missed it and left a pot. Definitely over the years, his match play, always apparent early on in his career. But there was probably no guarantee he'd become the all-round plum. And I suppose he's the perfect role model for, and again, good friends with Judd, and he's the best example of that.
83 already this season. This is only the 5th ranking event of the new campaign. 3 of centuries in a single campaign. The way he's going, he might emulate. Judd Trump moves himself last season, their only previous encounter, which Trump won 4-1. And of course, it's Ali Carter to play the winner tomorrow over the best of 19 frames after his comprehensive 6-2 win earlier against £1,000. Trump looking for back-to-back ranking event titles in China 4 years after he won the previous one at the World.
Of course, very difficult to win any tournament, let alone back-to-back, but particularly to win on Sunday night in England because of his flamboyant game, range of shots. We tend to underestimate what a great champion he is when we think of Judd has that mental strength. that ruthless streak that you need to not just a year or a long spell for him, a year or so of not winning. Obviously that hurt him, and during the summer he's obviously put a lot of work in, come back really determined. And again, if you win, I'm not sure who he plays in Northern Ireland, but I'm just glad it's not me.
And winning's like a drug, isn't it? It's addictive, and we've already seen with Trump when he no resting on the laurels, no sooner than the latest piece of silver.
Caught that safety just a little. He can get on the black.
Seven.
Well, unexpected.
The time 7.
So
1. Nine. Seventeen. $25.
oh no, he's undercut the black.
Wu
Wow.
Yize, 25.
Oh, goodness, how did that drop? That was far from clean from Trump. Get himself in a strong position to close out this match.
Seven.
I said earlier, be very keen just to win this frame now. Done as quick as he can. Conserve his energy for a long, tough day tomorrow against a tough opponent. Well,
22.
probably make Judd slight favourite for the final.
23.
Again, he will have to be at his very best. We'll need one other red, probably the one closest to the black cushion.
31.
The ideal position for colour.
$39.
Usually a sure sign of a very top player. No hesitancy at all.
What if
winning's a habit?
47.
it's the time that he's had the chance? 2 centuries, 3 other breaks over 50. And he thought he played a good safety, only for Trump to execute the cross double on the final red. That was a hammer blow.
55.
It's going to be into the final. And it's a very tight ride. They've both rediscovered their best snooker after a period of wait, which for him is a very long time, before he claimed the English Open. Judd Trump wins emphatically against the birthday boy.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.